Hi everyone, it's Lynette with Charmed Grammy Crochet. And good news, good news, good news. The Reader Shaw is in print form. I haven't attached it to the Facebook page yet because I don't know my password for Facebook, and I don't think I do anyway. Uh, so I'm gonna have to reset the password, which means reset it in my phone and reset it on the laptop. Which I mean, I'm willing to do that. Just I haven't gotten around to that yet. I can only handle so much techie crap in one day. Then I have to be done with that, you know? I like yarn much better than techie crap these days. So, uh, it is available though, so you just have to go to um, my email that will be linked below. It's linked below, I think all my videos now. Charmed Grammy Crochet group on Facebook. If you're not a member, I'll add you. And then you are. No, it's not on the Charmed Grammy Facebook group yet. Take that back. Email me at my email, charmgrammycrochet@gmail.com, which will also be linked. Um, and just send me a quick email, and I will send you a link, an attachment. Um, I've had a few people already, so I'm excited about that, and I'm excited to see what they look like when they're done. And thank you so much, Trisha. Again, I cannot thank you enough. And I did make the children's readers for my grandkids, and they're not as fancy as the one I made for myself because they just have, a flat back panel. And by the second one, I had it down to a T. So anyway, I did do, as I was making the second one, I did do like a tutorial, but it's really crappy. So, but I didn't know because I didn't know what I was doing. So I will put it together with a preface on it as to, I'll verbally tell you what to do because it's very simple. Uh, and then you can watch the videos and, they might help you a little, but it's not that difficult. Um, and the videos aren't that helpful, I think. I'll try to do better with the next ones. Some of it I'm crocheting, don't even realize my hands are down here and not up here in the video. So you can't even see what I'm doing, so that's kind of funny. So I expect that if you're going to watch the video, hopefully you'll at least know what you're doing. But I will maybe get that on tomorrow or by Monday anyway. So that's the really good news. Another really good news is I bought the dress for the wedding, and I had a shawl picked out that I was going to make. I bought that really pretty. Here it is. I bought this, and I was going to buy a dress to go with it, and I did get a navy blue dress. But I don't think the bright colors will work with the navy blue dress. And neither did the girls, my daughter or my granddaughter that shopped with me. And I was going to do the Crystal, the last shawl that Crystal put on that was all white. I don't remember the name of it. And she did it in comfy cotton in the whipped cream color. And I said, I'm going to do that shawl. But then she came out with that shawl today. I just looked at it so I would know the name of it. Don't remember now. Oh, maybe All That Glitters. And she did the comfy cotton yarn in the whipped cream color, which I have two of. And she said she did a shawlette just for the video and used less than one. But I'm going to do a big shawl because I'm a bigger woman and I want it to be, the dress is pretty plain and nothing on it much. And anyway, she did this and then she mixed it with something similar to this, but all solid. Like these have multicolored sequins. What she used, this is enhanced, that I got from Premier Yarns when it was on clearance, just checking it out or on sale. And I used some of this in with the girls' readers, but in silver. So I have it in silver, and I have like 2 of them, but I think these are 292 yards and or 392 yards in one of these, and this little jobby I think has 392 yards as well. I saw it on here somewhere a minute ago. Machine wash, it's 0 lace. 429 yards on one of these. But she did double stranded, so that's gonna be a challenge for me. 2 strands of this lace, or that yarn that it's called a lace weight, and 1 strand of this. So she was mixing 3 strands at the same time. Well, I don't want to put the colors in it because it's a navy blue shawl, and I just love what Crystal did. It's so beautiful. So I'm going to have to order some of these, or else I would start that now. That would be my next new whip. But so speaking of whips, I have this. I haven't woven in the ends. This is the newest in the dishcloth. And I only have 1 finished. And I only had 1 skein of this. This is yarn by a company called Doris, which apparently they do sell some at Walmart. But I got it at a store local. It's 100% cotton. You know, it's the kitchen cotton. The Doris company is a company here in northern Ohio. And I've only seen their stuff at a store called Pat Catan's, which is also pretty much a northern-ish Ohio store. Well, Ohio mostly anyway. But they're going out of business, and I think Michael's bought a lot of them. Some of them they're closing, and some of them they're just going to change over to Michael's. Hopefully the one closest to me, which is the closest craft store to me, hopefully that's going to become a Michael's. I'd be very excited if it does. And I'm hoping that they'll carry some of that Doris product, because I'd hate to see those people all be out of a job as well. But anyway, this yarn is from that company, and I think it's 100% cotton. Like the Premier yarn is 85% cotton, 15% polyester or something, acrylic or whatever. This is a little softer. But, so that's that. Then I did work on Nick's blanket. I'll show it to you. I'm grabbing it over here. It's getting, this is the blanket that I made, or almost made, and almost had almost 3 balls of yarn in it. This is Chateau by Stitch Studio, and right now, it's at AC Moore yarn. Right now, it's on sale at the best price I've ever seen it. Buy 1, get 2 free. This blanket will have 3 skeins of that yarn, but I'm making it with just, it's half double crochet, and it's one half double crochet, chain 1 half double crochet, chain 1, and then work in the boxes, the holes, because this yarn is so thick, I have a hard time trying to want to separate and put it into a stitch. Which is one of the reasons that I'm frogging it, because my original, and now I'm to the point where I'm frogging as I go, so I'm making it from 1 smaller blanket into 1 bigger blanket, but this was 2.5 skeins, and there's no holes. As you can see, it's completely solid, but this was taking me so long, and I was struggling so hard. You had to feel the stitch versus see the stitch that you're going to go into next, because look at how thick that is. And I just knew I couldn't do that for another 3 skeins, because this was only half as big as what I wanted it to be. So Nick's blanket, and I'm using a number 10 hook, and I think the yarn calls for a number 6, but I'm using a number 10 millimeter, and that's what I was doing when it was solid, and that's what I'm doing now, and it will work up really fast now. I did this in a couple of hours. So I did do some work on that, and I'm proud of myself for it, because I haven't worked on it in a while. So on to the next thing. Then I did finish this week's Earth Textures by Mikey and the Crochet Crowd Stitch Studio. Or no, so this is Yarn Inspirations. That's it. Crochet Crowd Yarn Inspirations, and I'm making it out of the Caron Chunky or no Big Cakes, and this cream color is Stitch Studio. Oh, pardon me. This cream color is Stitch Studio. The pattern calls for 4.5 of the big cakes, or yeah, I think it's a big cake. I had 4 of the same color, so I decided that every time this brown color comes in, the tan color, afterwards I would do some cream, because I have this big thing of cream. So this is the Stitch Studio. I bought this big one. They were on sale. Three for the price of one kind of thing. And so this is the cake I'm using. It's falling apart, but it's the big cakes. And this is cherry cake. So I had 4 of those. So to add in, and I'm using a larger hook than what the pattern called for. So I know I would need an extra yarn. I'm just going to fill in with the cream. It'll be fine. I'm going to like it. And then I did finish 1 out of 3 on the Flora. So this is the one for this month. So I did 1 out of the 3. And I did it wrong just a little bit. On all of them, this row that I have here and this row that I have here are cream. And I got confused in what count we were at in the pattern. So these 2 rows should have been reversed so that these 2 rows would be reversed. All the other ones that I have, these 2 rows are the same. But I'm going to leave it, and I don't think you'll even notice it really when the whole thing is laid out. So don't look for it when I show you the completed project. And those are the whips that I've been working on. I do have a couple of acquisitions. I had a 60% off coupon for one item at AC Moore, so I went in and bought more of this, what do they call it? Cotton. There it is. Cotton Colors. I loved it. This is one of the ones I was debating on originally, but I knew that there was no way I was going to wear black or the red to that wedding, so I didn't buy this one. But I bought it now because instead of $10, I paid $4.25. So I like that very much. And then that craft store that's going out of business, I did go to today to check out their yarn because I wanted to get more of this, which I don't have more of. I hopefully we'll get one more out of the rest of the skein of that yarn that I had. And then I'm going to go to like a stone washed green, and that's what I'm going to use. So anyway, I went there and I bought to see if they had any more of that, and they didn't. So I did buy, and this is all I bought, was 2 of these. These are the Red Heart Reflective, and it's supposed to, you can see real close, there's a white, oh maybe you can't, yeah, you can see it in here. This white line is supposed to reflect like this in the picture. I want to get it out of the glare. See, when you go in the dark, then it shows up like that. And so, excuse me, I bought these. There's not a lot of, it says 1 ball will make this hat. Well, I think it's just the, like a headband. This is called Peacock Color. And it says use a 9mm hook. It is a number 5 bulky. But there's not a lot of yardage in here. Only 88 yards. And it says it's 3.5 ounces. And it says, well, it says use a 6mm hook here. But then up here, It says use a 9mm. So I guess for the design you use a 9mm hook for that hat, even though the yarn itself says use a 6mm hook. But they had these on sale, 30% off on their clearance. Their yarn prices for clearance aren't that great. And they don't have a lot of yarn left, so I can't believe, which I'm really surprised at, because their yarn prices weren't all that good unless they were on sale to begin with. And so this was $2.80. I don't know if I could get it at a better deal somewhere else, but I thought, I'd like to make a hat for my husband. I bought 2 of them because in the wintertime, he shovels snow where he works in the dark because it's dark half the damn day. I think I got yarn fuzzies. So anyway, I'll be real interested. Does anybody ever use this? Does it really light up kind of like that? It would be nice if my husband doesn't get hit by a snowplow in the middle of winter because he's got a hat on. So that's what I have. I have nothing else new, nothing else. I do have a couple of shout outs. Just real quick. Sunburst Crochet. She's in the UK and she's been doing a lot of yarn giveaways, but she's just real sweet and I like listening to her. It's interesting to see the yarns that she does get at places where she's buying in the UK, yarns that like I've never seen before. And she does a lot of yarn hauls, and then she's been doing a lot of giveaways with it as well, so that's kind of nice. And then there is Red Gingerbread, and I don't know if you've seen her, but she does a lot of yarn gathering as well. She's pretty well hooked on clearance shopping, I think. I just started watching her this, like last month or so, and it seems like every video is mostly of what yarn she's picked up at Hobby Lobby on clearance. Because she's a over-the-road truck driver, and so she is able to go to all these different Hobby Lobbies across the country, and she keeps stopping in and buying yarn at every Hobby Lobby I think that she passes. And she's filled up the bed of her truck. I don't know where she sleeps. But she does sleep in her truck, and she travels, and she will, put up a quick video real fast of something that she's seeing on the road, or today she had a beautiful sunset put up from last night. Anyway, you should check her out because she's got interesting stuff to see and say. And then there's Kim's Crochet and Knits, and she just changed her name from Kimber Ann or something like that. She does beautiful work. She does a lot of clothing, wearables for her and her family, and it's just really beautiful stuff. And she's kind of like Jeannie from On the Hook, makes it look so easy, and really inspires you to want to try to make some of these wearable items, whereas you might be afraid to make them, like me. But there's several things that between her and Jeannie, I am going to make some clothes after I get through with some of these whips I already have. So that's it. That's what I've got. My notes are done. Today is July 19th. It is Friday evening. I know I put up one video already today, 2 in one day. How much of me can you possibly stand in one day? So I had to spread them out. I couldn't overwhelm you. But if you like the video, if you want to see more of me, just subscribe, hit that little bell. I do appreciate all the subscriptions, all the sharing, all the liking, all the comments. I do read them. I read every comment. Sometimes it takes me a couple of days, but I do read every comment. I reply often. And I like having the conversations back and forth with everyone. I mean, that's why I started a yarn channel to begin with, was to be part of the community. So, again, subscribe, like, share. Have a blessed and wonderful day. Happy hooking. See you next time. Bye.